happening tomorrow at the southern border. President Biden planning to visit Brownsville, and former President Trump will be in Eagle Pass with the hope of tackling the country's immigration policy.
Action 7 News reporter Andres Valle is here with details.
Hey, Doug, Shelley, former President Trump claims he had already made plans to visit Border Patrol agents in Eagle Pass long before Biden made his announcement to visit this week. So the president's critics are calling this a political stunt.
So the Biden's team decided to chase President Trump down there after we publicly reported that President Trump would be visiting Eagle Pass, Texas, in a political move to try and show strength on this issue. It's not going to work.
The race to become the next president of the United States taking center stage on the border Thursday. The handling of immigration on the southern border, a hot topic for each candidate.
I think the most important thing to realize about what's going on with border policy right now is that there are some leaders who want to solve the problem, and there are others who simply want it as an election year issue.
The trip comes as Biden considers executive action to restrict asylum access for migrants at the U.S. southern border if they cross illegally. He's already put measures in place to make seeking asylum into the United States harder after Title 42 ended in May of last year. But former President Trump doesn't think that's enough.
President Trump has vowed to launch the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals who have broken our nation's laws and entered the country illegally, unlawfully over the past 3.5 years.
All of this happening after a failed bill to secure the southern border, each side blaming one another.
We had a negotiated settlement that had support on both sides of the aisle until President Trump said, I don't want to fix this. I need this for next year's election.
This bill was also an amnesty bill. It would have granted amnesty to nearly 5,000 illegal immigrants per week.
And tomorrow's visit to the border will be Biden's second visit since being president. He went to El Paso, Texas in January of last year when the city was dealing with a migrant surge. Reporting in studio, I'm Andres Valle for KOET Action 7 News.